y'all. Thank y'all for downloading MVP Vibe. My name is Shadia, and today we have a very special interview. I'm so excited for y'all to get to know the CEOs and creators of MVP Vibe, the app. Amanda and Eddie, thank you for this interview. How are y'all doing?
Hi, good.
Well, I'm excited to have y'all on because I want people to know more about MVP Vibe, and who better to know it from than the actual creators. So it's exciting to have you guys here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Amanda and Eddie, why don't y'all tell us a little bit more about yourselves? Amanda, tell us where you're from.
I'm originally from Mississippi, so a little small town called Tylertown. And so that's where I'm from. So.
And how did you make it to San Antonio?
I came here by way of a job, so it brought me here to San Antonio, and little did I know I was gonna embark on this really cool journey. So
yeah. And Eddie, where are you from?
I'm actually here from San Antonio.
Nice. What part of town?
Born and raised southeast side.
The southeast side.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I did.
That's awesome. What school did you go to?
I went to East Central. And
awesome.
I was out in the Rigsby area. And,
yeah,
Central,
that's my neighborhood.
Yeah.
I never knew that.
Yeah,
that's awesome. So how did y'all meet?
Well, I actually, after being brought here with the company I was working with at the time, was looking for live music and open mic nights. And little did I know when I walked in, this person that was creating this event was
way.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh
yep.
my God. So who went up to who? I want to know the details.
Well, he was very nice. He would always walk, the females out. He'd buy, just me a drink. So I thought maybe he was buying other females drinks. Yeah. And so I kept coming back to the event, and eventually he asked me for my phone number. And I was like, oh, he really likes me. So after that, it was pretty much
and fast forward, here we are.
Yep,
so how did MVP Vibe come about, or what is MVP Vibe? Let's start there.
Well, MVP Vibe is a social media platform. MVP stands for musicians, vocalists, and poets.
Okay.
And so it's much more than that, though. We support all types of artists, creatives, DJs, podcasters, different types of producers. And so we wanted to create a space where independent artists would be able to grow their fan base, get more exposure, and also earn money at the same time. And that was where, that's kind of the overall goal for the platform. So,
okay.
Yeah.
So then when you guys were creating MVP Vibe, was it just an idea that you guys would talk about, or how did that start?
Yes, it was the idea that we talked about. And I think at first it started, I wanted to do a brick and mortar type of building because I wanted to give back to the artists and stuff. I just felt that the artists were so amazing at their talent that just more people need to see this.
Yeah.
And so talked it over with Amanda, and she said, well, hey, let's do it. Let's make it a social media network. Let's make it big enough to where people across the globe can see these artists that you're talking about. And so that's how it evolved.
Yeah.
And you guys have always been in the music biz. So, Eddie, let's talk about how you started off in the music business. So you were a rapper before.
I was.
Yeah. So let's say, as a young artist, who stood out to you in your life that made a big impact on your business today, and why?
I have a couple of them. Let me see. If I thought about it, it would be, of course, my dad. He was military, so integrity first. My mom, she showed me how to budget and showed me about finances. And then also around that time, 97, I think, Juvenile, Cash Money was out.
Yeah.
And then we also had the, Master P and all that stuff. So groups like that was pushing entrepreneurship, and I just picked it up. I appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely. I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, and Amanda, I know that you've been also involved in music. When did you start your love for music?
Ooh, my love for music started probably since I was a little girl. So my grandfather was a part of a gospel group, and so I've just been engulfed with music all my life. I would walk in the house and he would start singing a song about our name. So I've always grown up around music and guitar players and just being a part of that environment. So I think it started early on for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So since it started so early on, if you could say something to your childhood self today, what would you say?
Probably, be confident in who you are, and never waver from that. Because I think that I've had to really find that path of being confident in some spaces where I do have a little bit more of a stronger personality, but not wavering from it, because it has brought me here today. So
Definitely. And you guys have done so much with MVP Vibe.
Thanks.
Now, I know that there's like, the app is great. Everyone loves to see the performance, the interviews, but nobody gets to see the behind the scenes. Is there a moment that has happened in MVP Vibe behind the scenes that nobody knows about but y'all, that you guys, it's a memorable moment?
I mean, we normally share a lot of our milestones with you guys because they're so exciting, and we want to celebrate. But as I'm thinking about it, and you can probably chime in too, some of the things that we've shared together has been like the first time we saw the actual dream and the vision come to life, and seeing the app itself and seeing the website like in the flesh, like I can hold it in my hand and see it. I think that's been like one of the biggest moments. That's like, oh, the words on the paper came to life.
Yeah.
And that was like a big moment for us.
Right. Yeah. I like to add. I think a big moment for me was when we streamed Vibe sessions through our app.
Yeah.
Like that was really, really big, and then especially the breakfast we had the next day with the team to talk about how it was and stuff. Those are things that I hang on to.
Yes, that was a special moment. And how long has MVP Vibe been an app now?
We've been officially working on everything now a little over 4 years.
Okay.
But we've been officially on the market as an app about a year now, since the fall of last year, 2020.
So a year as an app. What do you guys have planned for 2022? I'm excited to hear about this.
So for 2022, lots of great things planned. But in the first quarter, our goal is to kick off our actual live lounges. So artists will be able to go live through the app and create some really cool experiences in the live lounges for their fans.
Wow.
Yeah.
So they'll be able to go live, like if they're recording a song in their room. That's so special.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's special because it's exactly what you guys want, to bring the artist fans together. And all right, that's awesome. So that's going to happen in 2022.
Yes, and that's one of the things. So there'll be some additional shows. So similar to we're getting a lot of great feedback around Vibe Check. We have the new class Vibe Sessions. So we want to continue to build around some of those types of shows, but each one will be unique, and it'll offer something different for the artist as well.
Yeah. And I'm sure also as CEOs and creators, you guys always get people giving you the what you should do, and this is what you guys should do.
Yeah.
I mean, because everyone wants to put their input, right? It's such a great app. But what is the best advice that y'all have received?
Probably brick by brick.
Yeah, keep building brick by brick.
Yeah.
Keep building brick by brick.
It sometimes can feel overwhelming because it is such it's a social media platform, and there's a lot that goes into it, that from a legal side, marketing side, financial side, like all these different things. And so instead of getting overwhelmed, we just take it brick by brick.
I love that. Who's the more creative out of the two? And who's the more business, financial?
Yeah.
I love it. It's like the best kind of balance ever. Okay, so since you guys, have created this app and are doing it so big, what advice can y'all give to a couple that's starting a business together? And this is speaking to couples, it's difficult to share the same vision and then be at home and then also be like, let's talk about our business.
You want me to?
Yeah.
Okay. Try to find time for just you two. And I think for us, if I told you the truth, that's what I would say. Like, find the time to make sure you guys are together and you spend time together, because we often find the business is always everywhere. It's in the conversations. It's everywhere.
Part of your life.
Yeah. And so we're like, okay, you know what? When we are, going on a date or something like that, let's not talk about the business. Let's just talk about us, right? So that's one of the things that I think we kind of really hold dear is like really finding time for just us.
Yeah. And we really appreciate that you guys are putting these artists out there and making a name for them. What advice would you give to a local artist that's starting out today?
I would probably say that content is key. And, you know, keep making the content and it'll work out for you.
Really, that's awesome.
believe
I
it.
love that advice because I think a lot of people sometimes doubt or, you know, have that resistance of like, should I post this? I don't know. So
Yeah.
you think like just create the content, just do it.
Right. Yeah. I mean, they're evolving. It's going to get better. They're going to find those people that like it. That those few people turn into a group, and then you have a crowd, and there you go. You have your fan base.
For
So
sure.
keep
So
working.
what opportunities does MVP Vibe bring to these local artists?
In addition to creating a platform that gives them more exposure, we want to not just be a social platform that they just use as an avenue to get out there, but we want to create opportunities that give them more value and more content. And so being able to help them with the Vibe Check interviews and the new class and different types of interviews, as well as Vibe sessions and some other shows that's coming, it'll help them gain more exposure as well as gain more content. So we want to help give those type of unique opportunities as well.
And I think that that's exactly what's happening. A lot of artists are being exposed to multiple people. It's networking. It's also like connecting to fans. It's all of it. It's such an important app for that. So I know you mentioned Vibe Check and you mentioned Vibe Sessions. And to those people watching for the first time, seeing what MVP Vibe is, can one of you explain what Vibe Check is?
So Vibe Check. Did you want me?
Go ahead. Yeah.
So it is hosted by our wonderful Shadia Crespo.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it is a really unique way to ask questions that come from our fans as well as
I love
from-
getting to know the artist.
And
Yeah.
you do a phenomenal job.
Thank you.
What's really cool is that we get to play Connect Four, and they get to ask questions, and we get to be hosted here in True North. So shout out to them. Their hospitality is great, and so they really get this really cool experience as a part of being a part of the Vibe Check interview. So you get to come here and also experience this really cool store as well as being interviewed by you.
Yeah, and then what is Vibe Sessions?
So Vibe Sessions is a contest that we do inside of our app that allows the artists to drive engagement with their fans and get them the spotlight of a full production in Houston. And that is streamed live through our app. So it's a really cool opportunity to have a full production. It's kind of our version of Tiny Desk, but for independent artists. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, you guys really are creating these amazing opportunities for local artists to really get their name out there. I think that anyone that is local in any city should be downloading the app and presenting themselves as artists. Like I said, not only to network, but for fans. So how can fans be a part of MVP Vibe?
So and fans can definitely download the app and get a profile as well. They are really key to helping to drive engagement, sharing the content. They can create playlists on the app. They can share the artists that they like inside of the app as well as to other social sites. So helping those artists that they really like gain more exposure is a key part of the app. So fans are very important as well. So.
For sure, for sure. So we really love, of course, everything that you guys do with MVP Vibe. It's a wonderful app. You should definitely download it. It's available on iPhone, Android, like
Yes.
all the phones. So make sure you get the MVP Vibe. And I just want to say that I truly enjoy working with y'all.
Aw.
You guys are amazing to work with and
Thank you.
amazing creators yourselves for making this app and giving these opportunities to people that love music. And I can tell it's because y'all really love music.
Yeah.
So it's really important. How important is it to you guys for local artists to come up and be seen? Because I feel like that's what you guys do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And what I really enjoy is seeing. It's so much great talent. Like, I have my favorites. I probably play them a lot, and I don't like. And I'll find him going through the house like singing certain songs, and I'll be like, oh, this is his new one for the week. Like we literally are on it. We look. We really do want to see them get the same opportunities that other artists may get anywhere. Like we're like, there's so much talent here. So keep pushing, keep grinding, and we want to keep grinding because we want to keep opening doors and creating more avenues and opportunities for the artists as well.
Awesome. So before we go, just one more quick question. Who are you currently listening to? I mean, y'all know so much about music.
Yeah.
I want to know who you're currently listening to and loving.
Yeah.
I hate to call out one artist.
It's who you're listening to.
Oh, just overall.
Overall, like, just who's your favorite person you love to listen to right now?
Because there's a lot. There's a lot. From one day to... I do a lot of Afro beats. Like,
yes.
that is one that I probably have.
I actually follow your playlist. It's
so
good.
So it's a combination
it's
of different
really
artists.
good.
I was like, so...
You have great taste in music,
Thank
so that's
you.
why I wanted to ask. But I do follow that playlist, and it's amazing.
So I was like, so I won't say any artist, but I mean, and you may even see some local artists starting to move into the playlist because I'm starting to like pull them in as well to help them get, their streams up as well. But I'm really a fan of all the local artists that I really interact with. So I probably have my favorite songs from each one that I probably could tell them about and why. But I'm really
into the Afro beats right now.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good. What about you?
I gotta say, the independent market, probably Jay Darius. I was listening to
I
the
love
Eternity.
Jay Darius.
Yes.
He has such a great voice.
Deshaun and Deshaun
Nice.
J. Of course, the internet, they were good. Emily Cole. I'm a big fan of hers and her acoustic sound.
Yeah.
So that's who I've been listening to lately.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Love to hear it. Love to hear it. Well, thank y'all so much for this opportunity for people to get to know who created this app that they just downloaded. I love it. Amanda and Eddie, you guys deserve all your flowers.
Oh,
Thanks.
thank you.
Yeah. Thank you for sitting down and talking to me and letting people know about MVP Vibe. Make sure you download it.
Thank you.